Welcome back, All the Smoke, Pump Gala 2025. And Jack, we got a good one. A Texas boy, four-time All-Star Hall of Famer, one of the greatest college basketball players of all time, someone who was way before his time as far as his skill set. And Spencer Haywood said we got to get this man to not be modest and make him talk his shit. So that's what he's going to do today, man. Welcome to the show, Ralph Sampson. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in. Your game at 7'4" was something that hadn't necessarily been seen, but you didn't really get to utilize it as much as you would have got to use it in today's basketball. But how did, with your size and skill set, how did you develop into some called you like a 3-man and a 5 body?
You know, when you're growing up in 6th, 7th, and 9th grade, I mean, and I'll go back a little. I hated basketball initially.
Oh, really?
I mean, because you only score 16 points in a game. I had 16 points in the first quarter.
So give me this rule you're talking about. This rule back your way?
This is a little league rule.
Okay.
You know, and you know, you play and you tall and you know you got you little coordinated. And so when I was coming up, that's the way the rules were. Mm-hmm. So I played baseball.
Okay.
And I was a really good pitcher. But as I grew, I threw sidearm and the ball would do like this.
Mm-hmm. Nasty.
After you grow a little bit and gets lack, the ball goes and hits the kid in the head.
No.
You know, so you got to go to first base. Mm-hmm. My mother like, okay, great. Catch the ball with my ungloved hand. Like, you fool, you need to catch with the gloved hand. Move the left, I'm like, this is the most boring shit I've ever done. And so I got out of baseball, got to basketball, and then started to develop the game at that point in time, and then could never get the ball. But I had a lot of cousins and people that played in the neighborhood. We played every day in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So, you know how you get, you're young and you got older cousins. You know, you can't play now with the big boys, and you play in the last game, the freaking lights go out, and you got to go home. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we did all that. So, but I played every day. I didn't know how to swim. Mm-hmm. You know, just go to the pool, sit with my aunt.
Most of y'all don't.
Can you swim? Still don't? I can get out the water.
Yeah.
I ain't getting in the ocean.
Yeah, I ain't
getting in the ocean.
I got to be able to stand up when I get tired.
Yeah, exactly. In that water ocean, I'm not even gonna play with that. And I don't need to go to the deep end. I can run in it, but it's all good. But we did all that. Mm-hmm. Where we played every day. Mm-hmm. And then you got in game, there was no AAU, there was 5-star. And I like, go to 5-star. They playing outside, the food not good. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna do that. I got food and I got good competition. Well, we would play. And then when I got in the 9th grade, my coach put me on JV.
Interesting.
To develop it, and then he moved me up at the end of the year, and we went to the state championship. And so with that, I could never get the ball. So you dribble it, get it, dribble it down, turn it over. So he made me in practice every day against the fastest guy there. If I could dribble in practice, I could dribble in the game. That's where it started.
Okay. You played in a traditional game. We're back to the basket, centers.
Inside out.
But with the game now, with stretch 5s and pace and space, do you think your game would have been more acclimated for this game or today's game or any era?
Probably any. I mean, I love the era we played in because you know, if I played in the day there, I'd have came out in middle school.
He said middle school.
In today's era.
You know, I came out of middle school. I wouldn't have to go finish high school. But you know, when you come in, and the league was tough, you know, and you had to have the power forward and the center. And so I knew at 198 pounds, soaking wet, coming out of high school, college, I needed to go to college and get my weight up. And I did that about my second year. But I wasn't ready to play Artis Gilmore. I wasn't ready to play, you know, the bad boys.
The big boys, yeah.
You know, and, I mean, one of my good friends, passed away, Maurice Lucas, he taught me a whole lot about the game. And he was a sweet guy, right? But he would we played against the Lakers. He played on the team. He'd come to the center court, he'd take his freaking elbow and punch me in the chest. I'm like, motherfucker, you know, we wanted to fight right there. And then we got to really get a camaraderie over the years. And he said, I couldn't catch you. Right. So I better hit you the first one because I'm not gonna catch you anymore.
Right.
So, but he taught me a lot about that. Artis was my first NBA game. He taught me a lot. Artis would pick me up. He would pick Hakeem up, left hand, and just move him where he wanted to go.
That's crazy.
The strongest human ever. You know, you shake his hand, he could try to break your freaking hand, right? But you know, you learn from those guys, and so you stayed in, you did what you had to do because you wasn't quite ready for that beating. And you know, it's not like that today.
Obviously, a tremendous gift and opportunity being 7'4", but what was the worst part about being so tall as a professional athlete?
I mean, it's just a lifestyle you got to figure out, right? Fortunately, my mother was accounting at a pants factory.
Oh, okay.
So getting clothes was hard. Shoe size was hard every year. You 12, you got a 12, you got a 15, you got a 15. It grew every year until 17. Shirts was okay, but pants and shorts, I think oddball.
Figure it out.
And our high school coach made us wear like polo shirts, and we would wear, and he would make one wear the color that I had
Just
to the
help.
game, so we would coordinate. Because I only had like 2 or 3 pair of pants, but we had jeans. My mom made sure I had everything I needed. My dad as well. But you got to adjust to doorways, beds. Growing up, great uncles, we had a room and they had a regular bed, but you couldn't find a mattress.
Okay.
So, but my uncles came and made the frame longer, but with a gap in the end, so my feet at least hang over. So you had to do different things.
Creative, man.
Do what y'all had to do.
Yeah, do what you had to do.
Creative.
Do what you do.
Harrisonburg, VA, upbringing, DMV. Talk about your upbringing.
It was fun. So in our family, we have a farm. It's been 100 years in the family, so going to the farm was good because you could feel the legacy of family. My grandfather was in World War I, uncles were in World War II in the Vietnam War, 12 siblings, and my mom is one of those 12. So that was fun, family reunions and stuff like that. But the neighborhood, and it was the hood, but it was the neighborhood. I had cousins on every corner.
Yeah.
They could play, that we worked together, whatever, and so we created the hood, and nobody came. No Caucasian people would come to the hood back then. They would come on the outskirts, and they, some guys dating a girl, and she would come into the hood, and she'd drive a car so fast up the street that she had to get out the hood, right? So it was just that way, but we protected everybody, and nobody came and messed with you, right? Not big cousins and all that for sure, but coming up was fun in Harrisonburg because of family and friends, high school coaches, and we could go anywhere, Charlottesville, Richmond, we could travel, but that was the best time of my life, really growing up, because everybody respected everybody. But we competed at a high level.
Family still farming now?
I'm doing some farming stuff now.
Yeah.
We're still farming, but my uncle is a little older, and he can't farm anymore like he used to, so we kind of rented out. But I'm doing some farm stuff in the agriculture world, creating a fund, and doing some stuff with generous farming and hydroponic farming as well. So
It's in your blood.
say to them, we got to do something about our food here.
Yeah.
Because we getting shit from overseas, we don't know what it is. Come in a container. You got to go to the store. You got Whole Foods. Okay, great, that's cool. But then you go to the local markets in the hood. I mean, you don't know where that shit's coming from.
But Whole Foods, there's something about Whole Foods where some of their stuff wasn't as whole as they claimed it to be.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they had some unwanted visitors in there
Man,
too.
boy.
Yeah, they got some rodents in there too.
For sure.
Arguably the most heavily recruited college basketball prospect of your generation, appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated 6 times in 4 years, which is bananas. When did you start getting recruited, and what was they offering you that bag back then?
It wasn't a bag.
It was more like what?
It's a trash bag.
I like that. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. I like that.
It was a trash bag. It was a trash bag.
I like the trash bag. I like the trash bag. I like the trash bag.
That's a big bag.
Yeah, that's a big bag. Hefty.
It was trash. But my mom and dad took care of that. So I know a lot more now than I did back then, right? So Sports Illustrated was cool. You don't expect to do that. It just happens in that era.
How old were you, not to cut you off, how old were you the first time you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated?
Like 20.
Okay.
6 times. Crazy.
Like 20.
Mm-hmm.
After my freshman year in
Okay.
college. Next year, freshman year, we go to NIT. We beat UNLV with Sid Green and those guys as well. We beat Kevin McHale and Randy Brewer and those guys. If I'd have came out that year, the year Red Auerbach came to the house with $1 million in a briefcase, put it on the kitchen table and said, you can play with the Mighty Bulls and Celtics if you come to out this year. Kevin McHale wouldn't have gone to the league.
Yeah, you would have changed the course of history for them.
Well, it's every year.
Yeah.
That would have changed. The next year, Isaiah was the first 2 high school athletes to make a Pan American Olympic team.
Mm-hmm.
And Puerto Rico. So you go back and look at Bobby Knight was the coach, and Kashefsky was the assistant coach. And so stories there. I go early, I work out, I train, and Kashefsky was teaching me how to do the Bobby Knight system, right? Bobby Knight gets into the practice, and he called me out as a young kid. If you can't your ass can't make it from the baseline and back in 10 seconds, I'm sending your ass home. I made it in 7.
Ooh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I could run, so I made it in 7. So he tried to leave an example, but go back in history, you can see it. We in Puerto Rico, check this out. We're in Puerto Rico getting ready to play a game. We going to practice, and we had a time like 1 o'clock to we on the court, and the girls' team was like 10 minutes over. So Bobby goes down and talks to the police officer. And they got to get off the court. He's screaming and hollering. He's moving his thing, whatever, and he does like this. Boom, smacks the cop.
Bobby Knight does.
And smacks the cop. So we got to come out of the Olympic Village and go get sequestered in a hotel. Because now we got security. You have to look it up, but it's there. But that whole thing, he's smacking people. So, man, out there trying to figure it out. But going back to the story, if I came on my second year, we went to the national title. We got beat by North Carolina. Indiana won the national title that year, the year that Reagan got shot. If I came out that year, man, I was there like, who's coming out? We didn't have cell phone. We had each other's home number. You coming out, I'm coming out. But he might not have gone to Detroit. And then next year, same thing with the Lakers and Worthy.
Wow.
If I came out. But if I didn't know, I'm going to flip. I'm going to go to the Lakers. I'm going to go to Indiana. And we know how the league is.
Right.
I tell people, how did Patrick Ewing end up in New York? How did Magic end up in the Lakers? And how did Bird end up in Celtics?
How LeBron ended up with Cleveland.
It's a chess game with the league, right? They know they got, you got to have those teams, right? You got to have those rivalries. So some people might say it's fixed. And maybe it may not be. I can't say that it is or not, but the league is the best thing in the world, basketball-wise, which we know and love.
Right.
And the game is the game.
So you had, probably earlier, but starting your freshman year in college, each year you could have left. What kept you coming back? You just didn't feel like you were ready yet?
Well, first year I wasn't ready.
Okay.
I came into college at 198 pounds.
So and you said Red Auerbach came to you. This is supposed to be later, but you already spoke on it, so we might as well just run with it. He came to the house with $1 million briefcase. So potentially picking you at what pick would have been? Did they have the number
First
one
pick?
And so he felt you were ready for the number one pick. You just didn't feel like you were ready as the number one pick.
Okay, you go in there with Chief, Perry.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
And ML Carter, my body wasn't ready.
Okay.
I mean, today they take a guy and Embiid and all that. Okay, you're not quite ready. We're not gonna play you as
Develop
much.
you.
We're gonna sit you on the sideline. Like they didn't care about that.
Throwing you in
Red
the fire.
or that suitcase, one of them was gonna stay here. Both of y'all ain't leaving.
Both ain't leaving. Okay, the briefcase opened, right? And there's $100 bills on top
Oh
of
my
the briefcase.
God.
But you don't know what's under it because he won't let you touch it. But there's pictures of him coming in the house.
Tyrone, come in. Stick in the door. You don't know us.
And he had Larry Fitzgerald there. Mr. Fitzgerald that owned the team as well. But it is what it is.
Wow.
Coming into college, 198, and then after my first year, about 205.
Yeah.
So I still went. I gained 18 pounds between my freshman and sophomore year. Then I weighed home every day.
Your era of basketball didn't have AAU.
No.
So it was 5-star and stuff like that. How was it, moving through that to try to be seen? And was there any Hall of Famers that come up around the time with you?
There was 5-star, but I never played.
You never played 5-star.
So it was the first one I went to. So I went to Kentucky basketball camp. Auerbach was there, et cetera, et cetera. But the one that I went to first was called Bill Cronauer that started all the recruiting services. So we go to Millersville, Georgia. And my high school coach drives me to Georgia in the back of his station wagon. So he's driving doing his thing. You get there, I go to sign in, and there's no Ralph Sampson on the roster. There's a Wayne Sampson, but no Ralph Sampson. So all the names were just messed up, right? So I check in, we get there, and they pull you aside. You go by the rules. They say, well, here are the rules. If you see somebody run across the court and they get the ball, don't mind them. Just let them do their thing. So we were in a mental institution.
Oh, shit.
And so they had people in the stands, and they would go get the ball and just run around. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing? But between that and the sleeping quarters were military barracks. So you want to go take a dump, it's like we sitting right here.
Next to you. Hey, how you
Next
doing?
to each other.
Oh, man.
No air condition, no nothing. So that was the first one. But the likes of the team were there: James Worthy, Isaiah Thomas, Dominique Wilkin, Antoine Carr, Clark Kellogg.
Oh, everybody.
I mean, the list was massive, right? And we all played. We had a union where, like, everybody don't really know. Antoine Carr was the baddest dunker in the league at that point in time. But he'd do some stupid shit, right? And so, it got a little heavier, we do dunk contests. Okay, here, Antoine, you win it. We do it, but you win it.
I didn't know he had bounce like that.
He had funky stuff.
Did he?
I mean, he had Dominique was good, but
He
Dominique couldn't compete with Antoine Carr back in the day.
Crazy.
I
never heard
high
that.
school.
Yeah.
He got a little heavier, did his thing, but yeah, Dominique took it off in that level. But he was a bad boy.
That's dope.
What are your thoughts on holdbacks in high school? And what age did you arrive at Virginia?
I came out of high school and I went. I was 18.
18.
Going to high school, going to Virginia. So 18, going to my 19th birthday.
You believe in this 6-year senior shit now? Motherfucker 30 years old and still a freshman? Just to be good in basketball?
That JUCO rule they changed.
Yeah, so don't
you
count
go
against
JUCO
you.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then I come back and go to regular school 4 years.
You 90.
27, 28. Was it last year, the year before? One of the college teams
was older than the Thunder.
Than the NBA team.
Auburn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn
It was
older
Auburn.
than the NBA team. Yeah.
Auburn. And still lost.
Still lost.
That's crazy. Everybody on your team got kids and retirement already, and they losing in the NCAA tournament. That's crazy, bro.
But I mean, the system broken, so
Yep.
you know, I feel sorry for the high school kids.
Yep.
That's
They
why
never go get recruited to major college.
my son's going through it right now.
Yeah.
They will never get recruited.
And what's his name? Patino came out and said,
He
I'm
said
not,
it. He
I'm
can't
not
recruit 'em.
recruiting high school kids. They're not going to help me win. And I'm thinking that's so ass backwards because college is for young kids coming in, trying to figure a way out. And now you got 25, 26, 27-year-olds. And I don't even blame the players because it's the system that's broken.
Yeah,
and
the
I don't
system.
blame the coaches because their jobs are on the line if they don't win. So naturally you think an older kid is going to help
So-
me more than a 17
So it
or
makes us
18-year-old.
think that it's okay for the
Yeah.
players to make NIL money.
But it's still
They do
fucked
better
up.
giving guys out of college that play sports another opportunity. The guys, you know, they got certain guys that's in jail that got a bad hand and they probably need a second chance. I would rather give those guys an opportunity than somebody 40 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just think the cap
That ain't gonna go pro anyway.
I think
No,
the
no,
cap.
it-
I think the cap should be 24. I think 24. I mean, that's what 6 years removed from high school. If you can't figure it out, as far as sports goes, go back and get your degree and do whatever you want to do. But I mean, I just think college. The point of college is to help develop young kids coming out of high school, and that's not to.
Well, I mean, you know, the high school coaches are not like they used to be.
No, they're not teaching.
And so you got guys out there that run the AU teams, don't know the fundamentals of the game at all. So they just want to get one and go to pro and you know,
Ride their
ride the
coattails.
wave. But the sad part is I did a tournament this year and we had 42 teams from Australia, 42, that the Australian government paid for them to come to the United States and go to these major tournaments. They paid the freight. Their travel bill was crazy. And then their food bill at the tournament was $50,000. But they want those kids to come over and play in the
Get the
United States.
experience. Yeah.
Now we got to get kids to go over there to
Yeah.
play, but the money's not that great
No.
over there, right? So it's reverse.
Yeah.
And
That's
they
where
try
I
to come over
started
and
off
play.
at,
They're trying to put them in.
Did you
go to school.
down under, mate?
In Sydney.
Yeah.
Broke my foot the first 2 weeks there though, so.
Chasing
Didn't
kangaroos.
Get a chance.
Chasing kangaroos.
Nah, I just went down there instantly buying weed and dope and shit. Just
It
tripping.
wasn't right.
Yeah.
ACC Rookie of the Year, 3-time ACC Player of the Year, 3-time Player of the Year, 3-time First Team All-American in Virginia College. But you played in the heyday of the ACC.
Real ACC.
Jordan, Perkins, and Worthy were at North Carolina. I'm sure there's a lot of other names, but take us back to what the ACC was like when you were coming up
There was a pro player, at least 2
on every team.
on every ACC team.
Damn, that's crazy.
Little ACC. I mean, and the worst team was Clemson, but they had Larry Nance,
Yeah.
Moose. They had 3 professional
3
players,
pros.
but they were on the bottom. And then you go to Maryland with the great level. You had Albert King, Buck Williams, Ernie Graham, and the boys up there. And you had to fight every time you go up there.
Were you before Lim Bias?
I played against him 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was he like?
You know, they had a depleted team, but you could see,
He had it.
yeah, he had that special thing, and you could see it being developed. And the question was, could Lefty, take him where he
Figure it
needed to
out.
go, right?
Yeah.
Which was really a question in DC the whole year. But he had that thing.
MJ stories or battles against him at a younger age at the college level?
I mean, we played college against each other, obviously. We won some games, they won some games, but there was one game, we down in North Carolina, and, he's in his mode, I'm in my mode. We dunking Worthy. I'm throwing lobs and bring the ball to court. So we up, and I look up, and we down there, we playing defense, and Michael's now in his Michael mode and defensive mode. So he goes and they need a steal, they need something to change the game. He steals the ball from my point guard and goes down and dunks and does one of them, whatever, and then they end up winning the game. So he was in that mode, but only one that ever stopped Michael from scoring, Dean Smith.
That's it.
Never. You know. And he could have scored more, but I mean, when you got Worthy,
Perkins,
Doherty,
yeah,
Perkins, I mean,
man.
you got a squad, right?
Loaded.
Jimmy Black, they had top 10 guys who could play.
Mm-hmm.
They had that rule in North Carolina, like nobody could average more than 20 points.
Right, he had that rule. Yeah, you couldn't. No, he didn't want anybody to score 20 points. But if you go to North Carolina, there's a story about you're gonna have him. So Charlie Scott, good friend, was the first black player in the ACC, and he got disrespected down there, whatever. But Dean Smith took care of him.
Mm-hmm.
So that history was there, and everybody saw it. Michael saw it, Worthy saw it, and they all gravitated because he broke the code
Mm-hmm.
in the Southern Belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maryland was Maryland. They had players, John Lucas, Lynn Elmore, those guys, right? But Charlie Scott's the one that broke that North Carolina code,
Mm-hmm.
and he should get a lot of credit for that.
Truth about you getting death threats, some dorm incidents. I mean, you faced a lot of racism. You mind speaking on any of that?
Yeah, I didn't know it until after the fact. Coach Dave Odom, years later, sit me down. He was coaching in South Carolina, and we had a long conversation about what was going on. And so one year I was a senior, and go back even when there was freshmen still. All the mail that came to UVA, we had a lady, a secretary, that handled all the mail. I never saw it. They handled it. Miss Holland did it. They would sign stuff, send back, and so I could do what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
So they was reading all the mail back then. And so one incident was happening, a couple of different things. So I lived on the lawn my senior year. Both be prestigious, but no bathroom. You got to run down the hall, go down whatever. But you live on Thomas Jefferson lawn, so that's cool. People didn't want a black man to live on the lawn.
Explain what the lawn is for those who don't know.
The lawn is, when Thomas Jefferson built the school, he wanted to see his university. So he has Monticello, which sits on the mountain where his main house was. And he has the rotunda so he could see the space. Now, even today, airspace, planes can't fly.
You can't
over
fly
the
through
lawn.
it?
Can't still
Wow.
benefit it today. You can't build anything higher than the lawn. So there were these row houses, and they were small rooms that had a sink in it and a bed, a fireplace, and that was it, and a desk. So Edgar Allan Poe, I mean, all historical guys lived on the lawn.
Okay.
And there's still some rooms there that's still old, you can see. So I got an award, I had to write a paper, stuff like that. I got on the lawn from that time, but it's prestigious, Ralph Sampson on the lawn. I would change my number 6 to number 9, and put number 9 to number 6, because I would get somebody knocking on the door all the time. Somebody, young lady, I guess in the back of the lawn, whatever, got raped. And so Coach Allen said, you got to get out, because they might try to put that on you.
Mm.
So we moved out of the city, and then I get there, and somebody gets tracked. We talked about the bag earlier. So my car, and my mom still is going to deny it today, but I had a conversion van, is what I drove from my second year on. And I had the seats in and stuff like that. And it had a stereo system in it. And they start stealing the stereo system out, So we got an alarm on it, whatever, and God bless it. So one of the famous doctors there said, okay, we're gonna stop that. He gave me his .357 Magnum and taught me how to shoot, and said, if you hear somebody coming in, and the sheriff was there, if you hear somebody coming to get your car, just shoot down through the window and call us.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, I went to sleep the night they did it. And so it was a lot of that in the end that I didn't know, but after my senior year, I started to understand a little bit more. So it was a lot of letters and hate mail from different schools that I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so one year that it happened, I stayed in Coach Allen's basement.
Wow.
I lived in his basement, but I didn't know what was going on at that point.
Not even your greatness could stop the hate. Crazy. When did the Puma deal come about for you?
Go back to the shoe days. So Clyde Frazier, the first basketball player that had a shoe deal.
Yep.
And then Puma in 1976 had the 3 guys that won the relay race, and they put their hand up.
John
They were
Carlos.
Puma. Yeah, they were Puma. So that started the shoe stuff as well. So I wore Pro-Keds, and Pro-Keds was owned by Stride Rite at that point in time. So coming into college, I want to wear Pro-Keds. And we had an Adidas contract at UVA, and I didn't want to wear Adidas. It was too hard. So I wore Pro-Keds. And by the time I got out of college, my Pro-Ked deal was more than my NBA contract.
Really?
Time 5.
That's crazy.
Because I got shared in the Stride Rite. Stride Rite were the kids' shoes, and everybody wore Stride Rite.
Oh, you got equity in that?
All that.
Oh, see?
He one of the small ones that held on his
took it.
equity.
All that. But I didn't know that Pro-Keds was getting ready to go out of business, and Stride Rite got
shit.
bought. So got a
Yeah.
little money paid, but it
Okay.
wasn't like it should have been. Right?
Okay.
So then I'm scrambling, but Puma, a guy named Curious Goldman that lived here was recruiting me hard. Like, wear Puma, wear Puma, wear Puma, wear Puma. So I'm in the league. I got my Pro-Keds 3 weeks before the first game against Artis Gilmore. I didn't have a shoe. So Pro-Keds came in, Puma came in, they took the Pro-Keds shoe, sent it to Germany, and I had a prototype in 2 weeks. So it was the same shoe I wore, it was a Skylark, but it didn't have any intersole cushion in it.
Oh,
so
shit.
My first game I had like 6 pair of socks on until they got the shoe right. So that started the shoe game. And so we went to that level, and I'm actually still, a lifetime contract with them now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is what they
He
are.
said they didn't have a fucking sole in them. You know how sometimes you got to take the sole out because your feet is too big? And
It was like a
just flat.
Cardboard flat.
That's crazy.
And I had orthotics, but it's still,
Yeah,
you had to tie it up. But they went over, took the same shoe, re-engineered it, and brought it back within 3 weeks.
When you got to the league, did any big man try to bully you?
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
He said
Everybody.
every
That was
day.
just part of the game, though, back then.
Every party, yeah. If not, you get your ass kicked.
Exactly.
Think about it. Daryl Dawkins,
Mm-hmm.
he's just going to try to jump over and dunk on you. Artis,
Chocolate Thunder.
Artis was Artis was always that dude. Artis was the sweetest guy ever. But it was camaraderie back then because the guys, the fellas that really were the NBA players, they wanted to help the young ones.
Yeah.
So Artis would play against me and say, big fella, get a little lower. You're in the freaking game. Like, get a little lower.
Right.
Don't let me push you out that much in the course of the game. And I see him today, we give him a hug, and he's one of my favorites, right?
Yeah.
But everybody would do that. Maurice Lucas, Artis, Moses. Everybody would do that. Like, okay, let's play and let's get this done.
Can you speak to Moses Malone's greatness?
He's from Virginia, Petersburg. And we always say him, God bless him, 4'5'4".
Oh, 4'5".
4. So he was like that. And he just was, he went to Maryland for about 2 weeks. He said, I can't do this shit.
He went to the league.
So I could go to the league, make it happen. And he deliberately would throw the ball against the glass to get a couple extra.
Pad the stats, yeah.
Just throw it up, get it. But he was, and Moses hated Kareem. He said, I'm gonna just wear his ass out because he was physical. And so when they won the championship, I just decided to stay in school. I was in Florida. I drew from Florida back, and Moses invited me to the games because with junior boys. And he said, I'm gonna get ready to kick his ass. But that's just Moses though. But rebounder, tenacious, really good guy.
Great guy.
One of the best, right? And so
I met him at, he was still playing after y'all stopped playing. He was still coming to Fonde in Houston.
all day.
And still, I'm talking about playing every game.
But he taught Hakeem Olajuwon everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
At Fonde.
At Fonde.
Really?
So Hakeem comes to,
probably got some stories about Fonde, too.
Moses tells the story, Hakeem comes to University of Houston. Hakeem was a soccer player, goalie. He gets to Houston, and he's got his African gear on. And so they gave him a car, Houston. And it was a convertible. And he didn't know how to put the convertible top up and down. It goes down, and it starts to rain. So the convertible gets all wet. And Moses took him by side, but they played at Fonde every day.
Every day.
And as you know, in the history of Fonde, it was better games than Fonde.
Then it wasn't real games. I be trying to tell people that.
But if you lost, you might not get back on the court.
No, you might not get up to next week.
Exactly. You might not get on. But everybody played there. Everybody played there. Everybody would come to Houston and play at Fonde. And then everybody, you remember the hill?
Yes, I remember the hill.
Everybody ran it.
Everybody ran the hill.
You run the hill, work out John Lucas, and you go play at Fonde.
It was all John Lucas was there to all that.
Yeah.
But I was watching y'all play at Fonde when I couldn't play when I was young. I was going and just watching.
Yeah.
Before I can actually get on the court.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when you hang out all day.
Yeah.
Legendary.
This episode is sponsored by DraftKings Pick 6, my go-to for this football season. I've teamed up with DraftKings Pick 6, and you're gonna want in on this. New DraftKings customers, play just $5 on your first pick set and get $50 in bonus picks. Download the DraftKings app today and use promo code SMOKE. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Time for tip-off, time for a line. Whether you're catching the game from a couch or calling shots at the stadium, bring the taste of the beach to every play with Corona. Because there's nothing better than enjoying the basketball season with the Corona in your hand. So when it's time for tip-off, grab the beer that brings the beach to you. Corona. La Playa awaits.
So you're thinking about upgrading to the all-new iPhone 17 Pro? designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever? While you're also thinking about the traffic on the way to the store or transferring all your data? Well, good news. When you order your new phone online with Boost Mobile, they'll send an expert to your home or work to deliver your new iPhone 17 Pro to get you all set up within minutes. No hassle. Visit boostmobile.com to get started. Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
Rookie of the year, all-star rookie season. One game you had 13 blocks as a rookie. Coming into the rookie year, you were just confident, ready to go?
I mean, rookie year, you know, you kind of get new to what's happening.
The physicality?
Yeah, I just, you know, I get drafted 1. Rodney McCray get drafted 3.
To Sacramento? Did he go to Sacramento?
No, we went to Houston together.
Oh,
To
really?
Houston, yeah.
We had Stefanovic and somebody in the middle. So we leave New York on private jets, 2, flying to Houston. His family on one, mine on one. We get to Houston, there's 20,000 people in the arena.
Wow.
They're welcoming us there. We get there, and we're like, this is pretty cool. So once on, let's go to work, let's play. Because I had played Rodney in Louisville every year for a couple of years, like, you know, had Super Bowl Sunday and we beat them and whatever. But he said, well, you beat us, we know we're going to go to the Final Four because you made us mad. And he said that's the same shit today. But we went there and then we go out, get some dinner, we go to the club, hang out. We see Caldwell Jones, Major Jones, Allen Level, and they in there drinking and smoking cigarettes. We're like, what the fuck we got ourselves into? We're not used to that, right? And so we're like, okay, we're in trouble. So that first year we had to adjust to
The lifestyle.
the
everything.
lifestyle of the league. And then, as sweet as, Caldwell Jones taught me a lot. But tall guys, slender like me, that'd be a case of beer beside his locker after every game. He would drink the case, the rehydrated
case.
body, a case.
They say beer is good for rehydration.
No, I'm not a case.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
hell
he
yeah.
left the arena. But sweet guy.
That's
But
my
we
type of
had
guy.
fun that first year, and we changed it the next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Calvin Murphy taught me a lot.
that's my guy too.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like, okay, look. He's like, watch Calvin, he's playing. Now, he played in preseason. I'm sitting on the bench. Major Jones sitting there. Well, watch Calvin steal the ball. What do you mean steal the ball? He's running right beside the guy. Calvin would trip the guy, steal the ball, and go down and play. And then he would go at Bill Fitch, because Bill Fitch actually made him retire.
Yeah.
Calvin was nasty.
Calvin was
I mean, and the big boys knew that Calvin would fight you, but you learned a lot from him and Elvin Hayes and all that. So it was fun.
Calvin was lady, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
But it just seems like, and obviously we got a little taste of it too, but I feel like what the NBA is missing today is veterans that really cared and helped and helped you avoid pitfalls and gave you the game, like you said, giving you the game during the game.
Yep.
And I feel like the league desperately misses just an older presence.
They need that. Every team needs that vet.
Absolutely.
And I don't care if it's a seasoned vet because the young ones don't know.
No clue.
Even today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they would do that, then they would be, I think, a better team.
We got lucky.
Yeah. The following year, was it the following year? Number 1 pick again. You guys get Hakeem. What's that like? You guys build the Twin Towers. MJ was in that draft too, wasn't he?
They could have picked MJ.
They could have got MJ. But you guys went with Hakeem. So you got another big on your side. How did that relationship develop?
So in my rookie year, I had made a statement in the newspaper, like, you got to let us play, so forth and so on. And, and like I said, Elvin Hayes looked after me, Caldwell Jones. So we played in Kansas City. And we got together, started then, and Big E was like, but he needed like so many more minutes to get like $100,000. And we all knew it.
Get his bonus.
Yeah, and so they came and said, look, we got to get E his money. So I'm playing, but if you playing, then they're not going to let him play. Get the minutes. So first quarter, my ankle hurts.
Yeah, love.
That's why we took care of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I come out of the game, Bill Fitch, whatever, E plays, gets his money. So we did that, but we knew at that point in time we would get the number 1 pick at that point. So they came to me and said, we think about this Twin Tower thing and we want to keep Lonzo to play here with you. I said, cool, because I can go to forward. I don't have to get that beaten.
Right.
Get hit.
Your natural position
I
anyway.
could go out there and do my thing.
Yeah.
So I loved it, right, from that standpoint. We had a crew. I mean, myself, Hakeem, remember Louis Lloyd?
Yep.
Louis Lloyd, Alton Void, and we did our video. Mitchell Wiggins. Craig Elo was our 13th man on a 12-man team.
Really?
He couldn't get no run.
Craig, you had a game too.
Yeah, game. I mean, he played in practice.
He played hard too.
He played hard.
Yeah.
But we had Rodney McCray, Robert Reed. We was missing the guard, and everybody knows the story. Norm Nixon was on the Clippers, and we was getting ready to get Norm, and they didn't pull the trigger. And me, Norm, and Deborah, I mean today, like, I had Norm at my house. My mom was there. My mom cooked Norm some fried chicken, and they were like, whatever. And every time I go to the Clipper game, Debbie would be like, I want some fried chicken, you know. So, but they didn't pull the trigger.
Oh, Norm running the point for y'all?
Yeah,
that could have
we
been
had Norm.
trouble.
It'd have been a wrap.
Yeah,
it'd have been a wrap.
Man,
because he was ready, you know, revenge with the Clippers and the Lakers. He had a chip on his shoulder.
What was your relationship like with Hakeem off the court?
We knew of each other. We bonded like the first couple months.
Okay.
Go on lunch, hang out a little bit on the road. We looked after each other in different rooms. And we made sure we had that conversation. And Bill Fitch started that. We may have played against each other in practice twice.
Oh, okay.
You know, but we had to build that bond to play. So we built it when we started playing against Kareem. Because they know everybody wanted to kill Kareem. And so they would put him on Kareem and me on Rambis or somebody else. And I said, okay, you hold him up and I'll block the scoop. And you know, everybody wants to block their shot. We got it a couple of times, but it getting consistent because he was always killing people. But we built it that way, and we knew that if I'm out, he's back. And he knew if I'm back and he's out, I got his back. So that started that kind of chain. And we had it down for a while.
You and Olajuwon versus Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Twin Towers battle. Who win?
David Robinson is still having nightmares.
Shit, Sam. He said he's still having nightmares.
I love David to death.
That's how that's my guy.
I love David to death, but guess what? He's still.
Yeah.
He said he still has. That'd have been a hell of a matchup too, because Hakeem and Timmy.
Bro, this is another thing. This how serious the Fonde workouts was.
Oh yeah.
Pop sent Tim and Dave down there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That's when I was there. He sent us all down there. Before the season started. Sent us all down there. That's how good it was, bro. Tony Parker, Ginobili, we all went for 4 days. That Fonde was nothing like that. 1986 playoffs, you and Hakeem beat the #1 seed defending champions Lakers in 5 games in the Western Conference Finals. What was that feeling like?
It was crazy. You know, we had, I mean, we were prime ready to go. We was in a grueling series with Denver. And Alex Ingles, and you know, they run and jump. They got you in that altitude trying to kill you. And so we grew the series with them. It went 7 games.
You hit the game 1 to close out the series.
Well, that was in the
Lakers.
But coming to the Lakers.
Okay, y'all went 7.
So we there, and either I fouled or we won with Elo, Jim Peterson. We won with the crew that we had, right? And we win. Now we're going to the Lakers. So we got 1 day to prepare, and we play the Lakers. So that 1 day, cool, they drill us. I mean, they said, oh, well, this shit's gonna be easy. We had a meeting. He said, okay, that's 1 game. We had some time to regroup. We made a commitment, like we're gonna come back and we're gonna kill these dudes, right? From that standpoint. So we did, came back, won the 2nd game, go to Houston, and we're gonna win down there anyway, from that standpoint. Gotta go back to the Lakers. And then you watch that video for the game, we hit the winning shot, we get in a little altercation.
Yes, indeed.
He said a little altercation.
with Maurice and the boys, whatever. So Hakeem and Rambis got into it. So you look at it, we were over the bench.
Yeah.
Like get off of it. Then I got mad from that standpoint. They kicked Hakeem out, so it was on me and Robert and the crew. So we just said, fuck it, let's go. And then we got to that point, and Rodney McCray will say, well, you got a lucky shot, but I made the pass. But if you look at it, Kareem played behind me instead of in front. Because he knew if he played behind me, I was going to lob it up anyway. So, you know how you in practice, you play, I want to hit that winning shot. We do it all the time.
3, 2,
so
1.
It's not that I practice that same shot, but we had the mentality to do that. And we went and it goes in, and the rest is
But that's an incredible shot, though.
Yeah.
It's over the shoulder.
Was it over the shoulder, or was it?
You know, I knew, you sit up
Right
the post. You sit up at the box, right?
Let's
and
watch
you know
it.
where you are at the box. And once you do it, I'll go in, I'll drive Kareem down to the hole. I'm above the box. And
You got good
I'm
position.
posting out right now.
You got him deep.
And I just
That's
I get
crazy. Could you imagine to lose a series that way, bro?
I'm in pissed.
In LA, here.
Well, you know, I told Magic, said, well, you know, we'd have won you'll go get beat in Houston anyway. So you didn't have to travel. You didn't have to
Right.
pack your
Save some time. Go to Cancun a little early. Coop is hurt. Coop is sick.
Coop, my boy too.
That's my guy too.
He's like, I still hate you. I love Coop.
Because they had won, what, 1 or 2 before that? They went 2 in a row before that or 1?
1.
Okay, so they went for a back-to-back.
They won 2 after that.
Okay.
Went 2 after that. They got mad and got in shape, and they just said we need to get this done because they knew we were coming.
I ended up losing to Larry Bird and the Celtics in 6 in the finals. You was part of a legendary fight. You punched a 6'1" guy?
When?
He said, he said which one?
You can show that one, but okay, it's good.
Jerry, how you say his name? Jerry Sitchin?
Derek gets smacked in the mouth.
The Celtics fans wanted blood after that, though.
That's fine. And they try to get it.
Try to get it.
So we're playing. And I got like 15 and 7 in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah, you killed him.
So I'm like, okay. And again, it's like, you're going to beat us. You're going to have to beat us at home because you're not going to beat me on my home court. So, I got that point. And Larry had a good game. He had a lucky shot against Roddy McRae. We should have won that game, but we'd have been like even, but we didn't do that. So I'm in the post up. And I'm picking in and for Roddy and Robert to come off, you pin down, pick down, now trying to get the ball. Well, them 2 little fuckers would come back and hit you in the nuts.
After they run past you.
So I'm like, bam, Danny Ainge, bam. I'm like, okay, shit, one more time. And I'm jumping and dunking and running and whatever. And one too many times, so it just kind of exploded. And the funny part, if you look at that fight, my at the end of the bench right there, you'll see it. My 2 sisters came out the stands.
Oh, did they?
We're sitting on the side of the court.
They was ready to go.
Ready to throw hands.
Bro, yeah.
They're like, okay, we're not gonna take this down.
Hands.
It was fun. But you got to fight sometimes.
Danny Ainge was known to be dirty, though.
He hit you in the nuts.
Yeah, he's known to be dirty, bro. That's who drafted me, too. So,
you saw him against some the other day on some TV against the Lakers, and they go at him as hard as well. And Bill Walton, he was there. But yeah, that's just kind of the way it kind of went down.
It was cool to fight back then, though. It wasn't a $1 million fine and suspended for the season. It wasn't none of that.
Right.
You played the next game? You didn't get suspended?
Oh,
My God, we'd have been.
The finals.
I feel you. Yeah,
But
I get it.
So I did I got threats.
Oh, okay.
So you can ask.
Oh, they throwing them too.
Okay, see, we're on the end of the
Rewind
court.
that. Who tackled you, Bill Walton?
But you see Kim, if you saw Kim in there,
Throw that.
his punch.
VHS.
Dennis Johnson.
Was that Bill Walton that hit? Okay.
Yeah.
He was.
He was trying to make the piece, or he was trying to get some.
Who?
Bill.
No, he wasn't gonna make. I mean, he's making peace.
He's making peace. Yeah,
He didn't want no problem.
Yeah, he didn't want none of that.
Rest in peace, the big
He didn't
Bill.
want that. But he would hit you and do your thing with the dirty little fucker. That's good.
Was he good? Was he good?
Bill?
Yeah.
He had a game. I mean,
Yeah.
he was just strong.
Yeah.
And in his older years, whatever. I like Bill.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a good relationship after the fact.
Yeah.
But didn't want to play against him. I wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
See, that's back when in the league it shifted drastically.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Keep it up there.
Oh, that was just off the rip.
Bang. Bang.
Ralph wasn't playing no game.
Reflex.
Yeah, Ralph.
You gotta love that. Ooh, quick. Look at this shit
Yeah,
up.
what's happening?
You got to, then you get kicked out.
Yeah.
That rock. Yeah, that all.
But you had to have, when you came in the game, you had to have that type of fire, though,
had to.
right? You had to, or you get walked
You
over.
would get walked over, beat up, fought. And doing it like that too much is just hard.
Yeah.
You get hit in the nuts a couple times. It's just like,
Yeah,
fuck that.
enough is enough.
But then we go to Boston.
Uh-huh.
And so Cornbread Cedric, he actually hit me when I did his podcast, a number of years ago. But I get to Boston, we get there, and then I had death threats from that game. And so I brought in my 2 weight coaches from UVA, and both of them were like 300 pounds, and we had sheriffs behind us. We quartered one end of the hotel, and I had them in between my room. Together. But then at the game, as you see it in Boston, they had a noose around my neck and a kind of stuffed
Doll.
version of me with number 50 on it, and we're going to hang him and took it over the bottom of the arena. And so me and Cornbread said, that's kind of strange, right? So it came from all that, and they were like, that's just the way Boston is, and you got to understand where you are. And so that, and then if you see the game, they wanted the game. Bill Fitz knew what was going on. He didn't tell us, but he gets us off the court like 2 minutes before the game was over, because he knew the fans were going to storm, come on the court. So he got all the starters off, and then everybody else finished the game, and then they get off the court.
The next season, 3 key players, Mitchell Wiggins, Louis Lord, and John Lucas, all get kicked out of the league for drugs. John Lucas is my guy too, man. Lord. What was going on? Everybody was just, they just get fucked up, fuck the game.
Tooted and booted?
So John and I are good friends.
That's my guy.
I mean, my dude. John recruited me. So when I announced I was going to University of Virginia, John and Lefty, because I had gone to University of Maryland basketball summer camps with John. And so Lefty, I played in the director's games and the council games, right? But I never was at the camp because I was recruiting. John had me down D.C. and hang out, have lunch, whatever, meet with people, come back, play in the game against Lawrence Boston, Steve Shepard, I mean, all the big boys there, John, the whole deal, right? So that was cool. And it was also the week of my birthday most of the time. So I had a birthday party at the University of Maryland. And that was fun. But John was my dude. And when I get to Houston and we get John, I had a cousin that was really, really good, had some drug issues. And John took care of him and brought him down there and went back to another story for another day. He ended up passing away. But me and John knew each other. So we come to the Warriors, the Coliseum, downtown Oakland, right? Bill Fitz said, well, you got John, because y'all good friends. You got John. Okay, I get John, because he knew what was going to happen in Golden State. We go, and that's when John got hit. Basically, he went out and did what he wanted to do. And Bill Fitz, I'm on the bus, he's like, Ralph, you got to go get John. You got to go get John. I said, okay, so I went back, checked on him, and he said, I'm coming. So he met us in Seattle, and then that's when all that happened. But John's tough, and his mindset is tough, and he recovered. And I told him, I said, man, you fucking cost me, because when I went to the forward, I was averaging 25 and 15 or something like that. But guess what? John had 6 or 7 because he would throw a lob and I get it. Right? And so that happened. Then Louis Lloyd happened. And Mitchell Wiggins happened. So, but Mitchell D'd up Magic from inline to inline. And that's it. I mean, I'm talking about wore him out. But if we'd have kept that crew together, I would rebound and Louis Lloyd, I wouldn't have to go past that court. He'd go dunk on everybody.
That happening to John Lucas was a blessing in disguise, because he was able to change so many of our lives.
Big time.
And youngsters and players' lives. That was going
What happened to him out there?
You know what I'm saying? Him going through the drug stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying him going through that, he came to Houston and he really rehabilitated and put so much game in all of us as youngsters growing up. Everybody that coming through Fonde had his respect. But I'm just saying that he went through made him the man he is now.
No, he went through it, but I mean, he had to go through that, but he definitely did. But we knew when John was not right, right? John's hyper anyway. And you know how John, but when he started to get quiet, he was the other side, right?
You know so.
That's that point. But his wife, Golden, and got him through all that. And he helped my cousin. He built the center that we all know and love. If I see him today, we're hugging this, that, and other, but he's the best.
Son's assistant coach in the league right now, doing good.
Yeah, he's good.
With Disney Plus and Hulu, there's so much amazing entertainment. You'll discover something new every day. Whether you're looking to binge watch Modern Family or enjoy the biggest blockbusters like Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts on Disney Plus. Check out the latest news on what you need to know, or check out new episodes of Only Murders in the Building. This is the one place that has it all. Get all of this and so much more with Disney Plus and Hulu every day. It doesn't get any better than this. 18 plus only. Offer valid for eligible subscribers only. Terms apply. This episode is sponsored by Row. Where's the perfect spot? Is it always the bedroom? No matter where you like to get down, you always want to be at your best. And that means having Row Sparks on hand to perform. Row Sparks is a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys looking for an edge. After Rose Sparks dissolves under your tongue, they work in an average of 15 minutes. They work quicker than the other treatments because it hits the bloodstream faster than those old school pills. With Rose Sparks, guys get more control in the bedroom and more pleasure for their partners. Ro connects guys with a medical provider 100% online, so you don't have to waste time in waiting rooms having awkward conversations with in-person providers. If approved, the treatment is shipped directly to your door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order of Ro Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at ro.co/smoke to find out if prescription Ro Sparks is right for you. That's ro.co/smoke for $15 off your first order on a recurring plan. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For more safety information, go to ro.co/safety-info.
Today's episode is brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
What changed when David Stern became the commissioner in '84?
So if you see my draft night, it was O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the last one that O'Brien had.
Oh,
and
really?
Hakeem the next year. And David Stern, he took the basis of what O'Brien was trying to do, and because the league was, the league wasn't good before Magic and Bird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were doing their thing, but it still wasn't making as much money. TV rights wasn't good, just another. And O'Brien took it to where he could, but Stern took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect him. I got to know him over the years, but he started just seeing the vision and created the plan. And he started having draft and whatever, and having players pick, and he started to align it. And it was a business. It wasn't just a game. It was also a business. So he made it a business. And I mean, between what O'Brien did and what he did, the pillars of the game, and then obviously it's like it is today. We all wish we could go back for
man.
I just want one contract.
1 year of a contract.
One contract.
Shit.
1987, you got traded to Golden State after a strained relationship with a former coach. How was it going from Houston to Oakland in '87?
Oof.
Because Oakland, I know what Oakland was like in '87.
Fast lane. Speed.
Again,
Panthers, all kind of. I know it was massive.
So my then now divorced wife was pregnant with my first child, and they give you 48 hours to get to the next destination. I got to get her straight first. So I took it took 3 days to get her straight, and then Don Nelson was the general manager.
That's our guy.
And the owner.
He was the owner at the time?
General manager and part owner with Fitzgerald.
Oh, wow.
We had George Carl was the coach. So I get on the plane, and the first game was against the Lakers. So I got to go play Kareem and the boys. I get to the Oakland Coliseum. I'm walking down the tunnel, and Chris Washburn is walking out like this.
Handcuffs.
Like, damn, we down one.
That's quick.
We down one. Like, oh, shit. And I knew Chris because I had big freedom in college. So, okay, we down one.
we down one.
I'm like, oh, shit.
What happened to him? Pop because of drugs? Okay.
Boys,
Whatever it was, I didn't try to figure it out, right? So we get there, we play the game.
He said, damn, we down one.
And then it was the same year, so we had Manu, Terry Teagle, he was just and it was the whole shebang, right? Not too long after that, Chris Mullin goes down, leave the team. I was like, man, we got one of our best players. Where the fuck am I at? But I knew Oakland what it was, right? At that point in time, from playing with John and whatever. So we regrouped. We had Larry Mean, and then we had George Karl. So that first year was like, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't even want to play no more. They fired George Karl. Don Nelson becomes the coach. So you ain't got no beef with the owner, the general manager, and the coach.
And he owned everything.
Where you gonna go to?
He said
And
he
then
owned
Fitzgerald,
he owned everything.
Everything. So, but Nelly's good. I love him. He's good. So he started the lifting people up and put Manu way out here. Me and Manu were like, they playing 3-man game down the bottom. Like, what are we doing? Manu shooting threes. And we had fun, but he changed the game. But then he got it, and then we got Mitch and Tim and Mullen came back, and that started that whole thing.
Run
but,
TMC.
But he knew kind of what he was doing. Then they ended up selling the team to somebody else, and they got out, right? So he was smart. Then he went to Dallas. Right?
Yeah.
So the league needed the team. They went and saved the team. They bought into it, and then they made more money selling it to somebody else, and then they left.
Do you have any Don Nelson stories? Don Nelson was our favorite coach. Well, mine at least. He was your favorite coach too? One of them?
One of them.
Yeah, he allowed us to smoke tree in his house. That's how cool we was. You got any stories about Don Nelson?
Nelly's good.
That's our guy.
Me and Nelly went to the Hall of Fame together.
Nice.
really? Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And so we go back to the story. You know, he got a little crib over in
Hawaii. Yeah.
And they're big fella, just come to Hawaii, we just hang out.
Yeah.
And he would drink with you.
Yeah.
On the plane, do his thing, invite you over to his house.
Yes.
Lady was good. But he was a player coach.
Yes.
And he would try anything to win.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he was cool.
Yeah.
And he had his ways. You had to get used to him. But he was probably one of the best coaches I had.
Me too. Yeah, for sure.
He's a good man.
Injuries in the NBA slowed you down. Was it major knees? A majority?
Yeah. So I had my left knee. I had a bucket handle tear in my meniscus, and back then they just cut it out. I should have stayed out for the year.
Let it heal.
And got it rebuilt, whatever. But we just going to the final. I want to come back and play. And I came back and did it, but it just kept pounding.
Bone on bone.
And chips would come out enlarged in the joint.
Damn.
Then this one happened as well. So 2 operations on one on this one. And so this has very little meniscus in it. This has some in it. But you wanted to play.
Yeah.
And the technology wasn't like it is today, right? So it happened, but I go back to, like I look at Wemby and all these young guys, right? Taller is a little bit different because your leverage is totally different, especially when you're in the post or you're running. And Wemby's assistant is a friend of Wally Walker. And so I talked to her a little bit. I've not met him. I will one day. I would tell him he needs to watch out for X, Y, and Z. And I knew something was off when he couldn't move his arm. I mean, I could see it from that standpoint, so he texts. But your body's not right. But what was going on, I had, I didn't train, and I look back, trained as hard the summer before. Because the agent I had that had, I won't say the name, but some of the names I mentioned in this lovely podcast show, I had to go to LA, come to LA, and go into office and basically fuck people up.
Really?
Get all my documents, get everything, all my stuff was in shambles. So I did all that. So I didn't train as hard as I probably should have because I had to go chase fucking horses down in Dallas.
Kick people's ass.
So that happened. And so it became even more of a hate during the season because some players that should have told us what was going on, we went at their ass, right? And we had no choice because you could tell us what's happening, and everybody was in LA. So that happened. So I didn't train as hard as I probably should have, but meniscus, and the doctor said, well, your body was right, but your joints wasn't quite right because of the way you had to push in the post, beating on the back, or you sliding 7 foot and trying to guard a guard, right? So like Wemby is like, he's not ready for that pounding yet. Right, and fortunately that they play open basketball.
Yeah.
But still, that 82, as we know, ain't no joke.
Yeah.
You can go up there and play if you want, but you're gonna be there guarding somebody.
Pop did a good job of bringing the big kid from Duke in, so Wemby can be a more of a power forward like you was talking about earlier.
But you gotta do that.
Yeah.
Some people, and the young kids today, their body's not ready for that grind.
No. Different kind. What did it mean to you to get inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Matter of time.
It's you don't play to be in the Hall of Fame. You don't understand it until you get there. I'm in like 7 different Hall of Fames.
Wow.
From high school to Virginia, whatever. And Jerry Colangelo was the man that made that happen. He changed it because the Hall of Fame needed some structure. It needed to be more vibrant, so he made that structure. But I know the politics of it as well. So I was the first player to have 2 nominations, one for college and one from the NBA the same year.
In the same year.
Me and Chris Mullin. He got both of them, I only got one.
Wow.
Then the next year I got the whole thing. So I started to understand the politics at that point in time. It changed the game. But all my information, trophies, are my mother and father's house encased in the wall. I have none in
Still?
Still.
Wow.
And so it means more to them than it does to me. Because my mom loved it and cherished it, which is more important to me, that my mom and
Her
family
happiness.
enjoyed that. So it's a great honor. I'm going back this year.
My baby in the Hall of Fame.
Going back. I love going back. Just to see
Right.
what's going on and understanding the game as well.
Vernon Maxwell, Friend of the program.
Oh, don't speak him up. He might walk in here.
what's
He
he
might
at?
walk in
He
here
got-
somewhere. Don't say his name, Candyman.
Hey, he stupid. Hey, he had a story about how you guys seen each other in jail. Do you remember that? You
Y'all
want to tell us
met in
that
jail?
story?
Oh, y'all
They just seen each other in jail.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sit down for a minute.
No, we good. No. So, yeah, we did. Max did something, I forget what it was.
No telling.
Huh?
No telling what he did.
Well, it's Max.
Yeah.
His name is Mad Max for a reason.
Mad Max.
Love him to death because he played his ass off. But
Yeah.
whatever he did, whatever we saw it. So I had an issue that I dealt with. And remember the Michael Vick stories?
Yeah.
Whatever. But the same prosecutor came after me at that point. And all that did was for my dad to sign a name because he didn't sign it to buy him a car. And I put it in the car dealership and it said mail fraud.
Really?
Mail fraud.
So I know y'all was like, man, what you doing in here?
Oh, yeah. But I can't tell the whole thing because
Yeah.
I'm bound by
Yeah.
that. I was there for a minute,
Yeah.
not the whole. I mean, like 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, and then went home and did my thing, right?
Yeah.
But it was mail fraud and see you, Max.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, we knew he wasn't getting out.
No.
What he was in there for. We're going to hold you overnight. You got to see the judge before you leave.
I got a game tomorrow. Don't matter.
Don't worry. You'll be there in time.
Quick hitters. First thing to come to mind, let us know. In your opinion, top 5 big men of all time.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Ooh.
53 points, 30 rebounds, quadruple double.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody disrespects Wilt. He'd have played in the era and I love Shaq. I like to send Shaq and Wilt go at it.
Mm-hmm.
Wilt was strong as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fast, athletic too.
Oh my God. I met him here when I first got in the league and see him on the beach in Malibu with his shorts on and boxers on and he sit up in the stands and sunbathing and volleyball. He pulled me aside, took me to his house, he said, he didn't like Kareem that much, but he said, I want you to kill everybody you play. That mentality. I mean, big enough, strong enough, and he was cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of the iconic players to me. I used to watch him play a little bit on black and white TV back in the day. But he's hard. But I would love to see him and Shaq go at that point. The most, and you guys probably agree, the most iconic. They always say, "Who's the GOAT?" I don't think the GOAT is somebody that plays it, but they transition the game that everybody wanted to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
You talking about bigs or guard?
He's a small forward. His name is Dr.
Jay.
J. I want to be like Dr. J.
Mm-hmm.
Mike wanted to be like Dr.
Yep.
J. Everybody wanted to be like Julius.
Everybody wanted to be like Julius.
And you can go back to any film you want to and see who's dunking on somebody hard in traffic.
Yeah.
Is Julius.
Mm-hmm.
So the league should change the logo to Julius.
I would love that. He got a sick logo. He got a crazy logo.
He got a sick logo.
Yep.
But everybody, the league was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Julius played with the Virginia Squires. I used to go watch. You can see it on TV and watch it in Virginia. But he was the bad boy. And I love him to death. I text him every now and then, happy birthday, whatever. We see each other, we hug. But he was the bad boy. And then if you're going by championships, you got my boy Bill Russell.
Mm-hmm. Bill.
So Bill sit me down in college. I was in a communication class, so he came, I met him. He sit me down and gave me a whole lot of knowledge. A whole lot, like Boston. And every time I see him, he called me Ralphie. And when he was the latter part of his life, he had got inducted into the Hall of Fame again for coaching, whatever it may be. So his wife brought him from Seattle all the way to the Hall of Fame. He went from the Hall of Fame north. He stopped by my parents' house, stayed with us for 2 days. Sat in the living room and had his laughs. Went to see Dominique in Georgia and went back. So we talk all the time, miss him. Talk to his wife every now and then, but he's got to be, from a championship standpoint, he transitioned the game. So those two are iconic. And I don't think you can have the GOAT. You have eras. That era was these 5, this era was these 5, that 5. And so everybody from LeBron to Kobe to Michael, those small forwards, gotta respect Julius Erving.
Got to.
Mike did his thing. if stride weight would have been in, it'd have been a different ball game right now.
Right.
And and I could have gone with Davis Falk and those guys as well. They wanted me to go, but Nike wasn't Nike, and Mike made Nike basically. And I love what he's doing, right? From that standpoint, we all do. But and he had a different gear. We all know that. But he got it from watching Georgia Shore.
No question.
He didn't make his ninth grade team, stuff like that, right? So those two, you gotta, the Magics of the world, and I think Isaiah don't get enough respect.
Yeah,
that little dude was a nasty fucker.
Yes.
I mean, he played.
Yeah.
And I mean, and when we go to those tournaments, whatever, we were younger, they didn't want to play him. You remember Ray McCoy? He was back there. Ray McCoy is better than Isaiah, but Ray McCoy couldn't take Isaiah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was treacherous. A guy named Quentin Daly, and Isaiah would wear him out. And Quentin had some drug issues as well. But Isaiah should get so much more respect as well as one of the better players.
Absolutely.
I think. And Bird as well. So there's iconic guys.
Yeah.
But my five would be, I would put Wilt in the middle. I'd put Bill Russell on the power forward. I'd put Julius there. You got to go with Irvin and you go with Michael. And I love LeBron.
Yeah.
What he does. He's transitioned the new generation as far as how to be a pro.
Yes. Yes.
And so I don't think say, oh, he scored this many points. I don't care about the points, rebounds, but to be in the league that long and take care of his body that way, and there's no blemishes.
Yes.
He's got his wife and kids.
Nothing.
And I hate like Stephen A. Smith, all these people, they talk about him and Bronny. I want the other son to go pro.
Come on.
All of them. Daughter too, if she can.
All of them. Why not, right? Because that's different.
That's what it's about.
And when you're different, people don't respect you.
People hate on that because they can't do it for their kids. That's the only reason.
Yep.
If you could do it for your kids, you'll be patting them on the back. What if Stephen A., give me your son, let me get him in the league. Oh, for sure. But it ain't your child, so it's a problem.
But we know other people in this world do something for their kids.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
And nobody says jack.
All the time. Owners hand the teams over, all kinds of
George Carl's son played in the NBA. That's it. Kobe Carl.
Who?
Right, he was one of the, no.
Easy.
Okay.
Here we go. Back on
Did he
track.
score any points?
I'm not sure.
On accident. One album you could listen to on repeat.
So I had a routine. You go to shoot around, you come home, you have your meal. So back then it was like low jazzy music, and obviously the Earth, Wind and Fire, the Frankie Beverly made whatever. But the most iconic one that I used to have was Kurt Whaley. And so we would go in Houston to the west end of the top. Me, Hakeem, whatever. We had our own private spot, right? And Kurt was just beginning.
Wow.
And so he jazz guy, but I had all this stuff. And Kyle Smart would play that songs right when I was in that sweet spot to calm down. But when the game started, everybody had boombox. Remember Walkman? You had the headphone, whatever. Cassette player. So being from Virginia, you go to Trouble Funk and you get your hip hop on. You pump it up before the game and go from there. So that was that whole era of just you build from one, but then I had to come back down and go back to jazz. So between all the jazz folks and Kurt, and I had a whole album collection. I couldn't buy clothes because they had nowhere to fit. I had to get them made. Had shoes, plenty of shoes from that standpoint, but music was my thing, and that kept me up to the game time. And I would wear the headphones before the game and get my routine, and I'd be trouble funking in it when I get in the court.
Trouble funk.
Rank these three, in your opinion. MJ, LeBron, Kobe.
Because I played against MJ, college and pro. I mean, he's the number one. But what I like about MJ was he could bounce back. He was a student of the game. He built a mindset that no one has ever done, pretty much, right? And he wanted to win. And he was put in a situation in the league against the bad boys, and where they're trying to kill him, against Boston when he's trying to kill him, and you see the one against Monty where he's doing his dance on Bird and whatever, and he's fading. Even then, they almost scored 60 points. The mindset is if you talk about mindset, he's got the best one. He's got maybe the best game, but he got the best one because if he didn't have the mindset, the game would be
He wouldn't be the killer he was.
Right. And Kobe followed that. And I rank them in order because of their career, right? And LeBron would be next. And everybody says LeBron doesn't have the same mindset. Well, he didn't have to because he's stronger than anybody else. He can play for another 5 years.
Yeah.
He gonna stay in shape. I'm shooting jumpers.
6'8", 260, you can't do nothing
But
with that,
I don't beat anybody up with it. You know, you got to be physical. You know, you got to be physical. I hope he goes back to Cleveland and win a championship there.
I just said that earlier.
You did yesterday.
They got a squad. He go back and walk at home with a championship.
That's gonna help his legacy.
Yeah.
But he keep losing, it ain't gonna help. Childhood crush.
So I messed up.
Uh-oh.
And you know, I didn't date. I didn't have a high school girlfriend, nothing like that from that standpoint. But I had a guy named Ed Eckstein, was a friend of mine, Billy Eckstein's son. And I was in New York. I was in Elmwood. I'm playing the Knicks. You know, you got to go there. You got to fucking play. He wants to take me the night before to a Whitney Houston concert. A Whitney Houston concert. I didn't go.
Oh, wow.
Next couple of days, she sent me all this stuff, paraphernalia, you know.
Whitney did?
Yeah, in the house. And I had like the stand-up thing, and I would put it in the front window like somebody's home. And I met her later on, but I think, okay, great. But that is probably a mess up.
One of slip-ups.
Come on. Come on, big fella.
That's probably a mess up. Okay, go back and look at the pictures of her. I mean, she's beautiful, okay, great.
Yeah.
But she evolved.
Oh, yeah, she grew. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she did. She definitely evolved. I agree that. It took Whitney a little time. She wasn't always Whitney. Yeah,
Right.
I'm with you.
Funniest teammate you ever had, and what team was it on?
Me and Rodney had a good camaraderie. We joked around a little bit. In a bad situation with the Warriors, Steve Alford.
Really?
Now, he wouldn't think he's funny,
Right.
but he was, because he knew he wasn't fast. He could shoot. He was there. And I'm just lucky to be in the league. But he joked all day long.
That's
And we sit on the plane, we talk shit to each other. And like, big fella, I'm not gonna play much tonight anyway, so I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'm gonna be a coach. He knew he was gonna be a coach. So, but he was probably one of the most funniest guys.
What Max fall in on that category?
Oh, Max wasn't on the team.
saying-
No, he wasn't on that team at that point in time. But Max was in Houston. I'm done with the Warriors.
Oh, okay.
Max was cool. Max couldn't jump at that time.
No, right?
He said, big fella, come on, get some of this. And he had that dirty hook, jump hook, and he would make it. And then Bill Stretch was the coach, but he taught me a lot as well. But Max kept you laughing all
That's
the time.
all he do, all
Right.
day.
To this
So
day.
that was the Houston, and Steve was there, but Max, I didn't see him today. I'll call him when I leave here, right? Like, okay, your name came up, but he's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't
No, that's
ain't
my
no
boy.
bullshit with Max.
No.
And he'll go down with you.
Which, yes, sir.
Absolutely.
He'll go
That's
down
why I
with
love
you.
him.
Yeah, he'll go down with you.
One guest you would like to see on our show.
But
You have to help us get your answer on the show.
One guess.
Excuse me. I had allergies.
bad this time of year.
Yeah. Pollen.
I mean, you guys have over 300 shows, so you had a lot of guests. You had the likes of Kareem.
No.
That brother got a lot of history, a lot of knowledge.
And we both Muslims, so I want to meet him and talk to him.
Yeah. We go to a Family Feud.
Cool.
And Magic was supposed to go with Kareem. And Magic said, I'm not doing that. So I happened to be in LA. And they called me, well, you want to play against Kareem in Family Feud? Sure. So I had 2 weeks, called my kids, let's go. And we go, Steve Harvey's running a little bit late. So we in the green room, and I don't call him Cap, but I'll call him Cap for this reason. He's sitting in the corner with the blanket over his head, not talking to nobody. Being Kareem, right? My family's over here, whatever, we do that, boom, 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 over your head. And I get a question, and kind of, if you go watch the show, get a question, and they ask, like, what animal that bathed itself? And, this first question, family, Steve up there freaking joking with you, like, I said, a fish. And they, well, fucking fish? Like a cat or an elephant or whatever. So everybody laughed, whatever. So we down, and then my kids come back, and then we beat him. And we get the money at the University General Hospital. We walk him back into the area to leave, and he pulled me aside, big fella. 2 7-foot dude in a bathroom no bigger than a cracker box. I need you to give the money to my charity. I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm like, it's going to my thing. I'm like, everybody plays, you get $5 grand.
Yeah.
But then you get another $25 grand to your charity. Like, I'm not doing all that. But he should be on. He should be. He got stories.
He said, "Fuck you, I ain't doing my Fuck you, I ain't." My favorite part is, we down one.
That was funny shit.
Chris
I guess we
Washburn
down
get
one.
rested.
Down one.
Well, Ralph, man, we appreciate you. Congratulations on the amazing career, success, the Hall of Fame, life in general, man. Thank you for spending some time with us.
I knew you was this cool though. I
Yeah,
knew he was this cool. I knew it.
Yeah, thank y'all for what y'all do. I love the show.
Thank you. That's a
keep
wrap.
doing what you do.
Ralph
Appreciate
Sampson,
you.
All the Smoke Productions, and the DraftKings Network. We'll see
sir.
y'all next week.